Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to All of Fabric 6. Today is episode 21, and we are getting into Powah today. I need storage solutions quickly, and we're going to get into AE2 maybe next episode, who knows. But we do need to get into Powah, and I think we've talked about the dielectric paste before, but I wanted to go over this again just because it is something that is useful. So I've quickly put down another tank for lava, and we've actually filled that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make quite a bit of dielectric paste. As you can see, I went and I got a few, things of clay. Not, a whole lot, but still a few. And we're going to quickly balance the grid. There we go. And I think I'm going to go take one of those tanks. These are portable tanks. They do not actually, matter if you break one. That's what they're made for. So that's fantastic. And of course, the next tier for these is Netherite. So I can only get up to Mark 4 right now. So that's why I've got multiple instead of just upgrading it. But yeah, let's see. So I can just bucket, and then dielectric paste. And I'm going to make quite a bit of this. I've also went ahead and got 2 stacks of blaze rods, so that way we have quite a bit of blaze powder, because we're going to make some thermo generators. This is not going to be our end-all be-all power source. This is going to be a for now power source, because I don't want to fully get into Powah or power generation too much. I'm kind of wanting to focus on Spectrum, but the inventory issues are becoming an issue. So we're going to try and solve that this episode. I'm probably going to need to put some of this clay away, but I'm going to make quite a bit of dielectric paste. I'm going to make this recipe, right? So we're going to make thermal plates, which are 4 redstone, tiny capacitors, blaze powder, and of course basic capacitors can be converted into tiny capacitors, and then you make your basic, your starter, and then your basic, and I'm probably going to get up to basic as of current, and that should be good. I have made an area outside here. I've removed the cobblestone generator, and this is just going to be like our power generation. And if you don't know how this is going to go, thermo generators are placed on lava or a heat source. I don't think we have really any other heat source in here. So let's see. Yeah, it doesn't actually look like we have any actual tab for this either. So usually there is a tab showing you which coolants or which sources this can be placed on top of, but currently there is not one, so we're just going to go with the portable tank, lava, and later, once we get into power just a little bit more, the block of blazing crystal is actually the best from Powah itself, like set by Powah, to generate power. This actually creates a over 100% efficiency when you get to that. But that does require empowering and a few other things. But we're going to need to be able to, get some of this lava down here. And I'm going to fill all of these troughs, basically, with lava. And then we're going to place however many this is. I think it's in total like 9 per row. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it is 9. So we've got a set of 18 per side, and this should be enough power, excessive amount of power for the AE2 system that we're going to create. I don't have really any idea how far we're going to get into AE2. I want to get just storage. That's my main goal. So let me get the of several generators. I don't know if I'll grab all that I need. I might just grab 18 for now and go with that. There are some other things that we will be getting, but I'll get those when we're back on camera. Okay, so I ended up getting 19 of these. I was actually not really shooting for 19, but I have crafted up another sink here because, of course, these do need coolant. That's not what I meant to place. So I've got fluid pipes, and I actually don't have enough of these. Hold on, let me go make one more set. These aren't that expensive. They are just 2 copper and a piece of glass, so that is a good thing. You get 8 per. But the reason we are going to be just using a sink, of course, we could do like an infinite water source and have a pump and blah, 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 but sinks are so much easier. And we're going to run into that issue, aren't we? I was hoping we'd avoid it, but it looks like we might run into it. Give me a second here. Let's see. Where is my blocks here? So I did not mean to break that. Okay, so one of the things that I know is going to happen, and it's happening right here. Let's see if I can force... I might be able to force this. No. Shucks. Okay, so this is something that I've run into before. The sink from cooking with blockheads is, or cooking for blockheads, not with blockheads. It is not similar to a tank. So, for example, if I look here, you can see that there's a liquid XP, and when you look at this sink, there is nothing, right? You know that it's an infinite water source, but a lot of Fabric's cable systems do not know that it is an infinite water source. I've seen this before. And the way to get around this is actually using Granny's sink, which I accidentally just unbookmarked. This sink right here, which does require white and gray concrete. Will that be hard to get at all? Probably not. We just do need to get white concrete powder. And also gray concrete powder. And of course we have all the dyes we could ever need over at the Spectrum area. So I'm going to get a Granny sink real quick. And I will return when I get that. This is always... I was hoping I wouldn't run into this using the Modern Dynamics, because Industrial Revolution I know has the same issue. At least the last version I played. So we're going to just try and avoid it completely and just go with this. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have Granny's sink here. There is... and I don't know if the tank thing is the correct assumption, but that's what I've seen. And it actually looks like this one may not work either. No, okay, it is working. There is just no fluids running through here. But the tank thing is the only thing I can think of that would affect why things don't work as they should. So I completely could be wrong, right? That is just what I've seen playing Legend of the Eyes, which is the pack where I figured out that Industrial Revolution's fluid pipes don't fully work with this either. So, you know, and you can actually just place down a fluid pipe in front of the, let's see, hold on. See if this one works. Yeah, see how just that immediately connects? I think this is registered as a tank while the others are not. That's where I can, that's why I'm assuming that here as well. But let's see. So we're generating 30 FE a tick, or 30 LF, or whatever. And we can place these cables down. And I got the Mark IIs because I got the Nicolite ingots from a quest reward. So I just upgraded the existing cables we had. And that is fantastic. So we do have power. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So the next thing is to get into AE2, right? Let's quickly take a look at what AE2 offers in Fabric, because honestly, I've never messed with AE2 in Fabric. So let's get into this. So I'm assuming the first thing we need to do is get Certus Quartz crystals, which in this one's going to be a pain because we don't have anything that is able to pick up flawless Certus Quartz blocks, right? I don't think we could silk touch them with anything. I think we just need to, you know, make them. Yeah, so we need to get water, and we need to put charged Certus Quartz crystals in here, which means... Ooh, actually, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that was a recipe. But let's get a charger. Looks like you'd automate that with create as well. Alright, so let's get a charger here. So, charger. Don't need to highlight anything. Let's see. So, okay. Let's just grab some iron. And then a little bit of copper. I don't need a whole lot of copper on me, so... Alright, and then let's grab a hand crank. Actually, do we even need a hand crank? I shouldn't need one. We could actually just link this up here. This should have... Oh, it actually has no residual power. So let's knock this out for a little bit. I know that's just like a waste of power, but I want to use these furrinators. So let's just grab 27 coal. Oop, put that in there. Put that in there. And then, let's see, do we have any... Yes, we have some normal Certus quartz crystals. So, a way to avoid this, like, needing to get Certus quartz crystals, if you go into an AE2 meteorite, which I guess we could actually go find one real quick. And let's go grab a silk touch augment for my mining laser. I'll grab that in a second here. I'm just going to charge all these up. And of course, you can use a hopper and, you know, filtering to actually take the charged Certus quartz crystals out, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But let's actually, once we get this one done, let's look at the quest book. So we have Powah, where we have the thermo generators. Might as well complete that quest. Looks like we got some photovoltaic cells here. And let's keep looking. Applied Energistics 2. So we've got the charger. We've got the charged Certus quartz. Looks like we're looking at Fluix crystals. And I'd assume we don't have an advanced inscriber this season. At least in Fabric. Advanced inscriber. No. Okay. I was just curious. I was just thinking, oh, we have the electric packer from Modern Industrialization. So that might be something we could look at. Calculation processors, a basic tank unit, nothing terrible. Actually, that holds 128 buckets. Hold on. Let me go downstairs. We got ourselves another tank. Fantastic. All right. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So AE2 meteorites, right? Let's find one real quick. I think there's plenty on the map, right? So we've got some. I don't know which village this is. I don't know. We can teleport until we can get near this one. But I want to head to this one so we can go to this meteorite, or this meteorite, or I know there's plenty of them. But let's look. Silk Touch Augment. So this right here. Slime balls. Okay, let me grab this. Let me put it in my drill, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're at an AE2 meteorite here. And this one, of course, is underwater, which is not ideal, but we'll deal with it. Let's just kind of build a little tunnel so we can dig down into this. And I've went ahead and I've already made the Silk Touch Augment, which is currently on. Let's see, let's just keep mining down here until we hit the center. It shouldn't be too many blocks. Okay, so this is one of the things we need to do, which is actually break. Actually, hey, let's just do this. There we go. Man, I don't remember these blocks being this, like, tough to break. So hold on, let's go with this. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why the mining laser is so slow with mining this stuff. Okay. But you can see here that there are quartz buds, right? And if we take our mining laser, take it off a 3x3, none of these are actually ready to be broken, which is kind of sad. But let's actually clear out this. So you can see that there's flawed, chipped, damaged. There is another flawed. There's a damaged one here. Looks like we have a flawless. Let's grab the ones that have nothing on them real quick. And when you actually break these, there is a chance for them to degrade in quality. So you see that just went from chipped to damaged, which is, you know, not great, but there's nothing you can do to prevent this. So let's, I guess, yeah, I forgot you could silk touch those. Let me put some of this stuff away here. I definitely need to empty my backpack, but that's all right. So we have a few of these, and see this flawless one, which is the one I would love to be able to pick up through some other means. Yeah, see, we just got a flawed one. You will never be able to pick up a flawless one. And that was one of the things with Forge's version, is you had, like, mechanisms, cardboard boxes, which you could cheese it with. because mechanisms actually picks up blocks no matter the state or the type, and that was always a cool thing. The next thing is this thing right here. So you can actually take a pickaxe or silk touch this if you wanted to, and breaking this will actually give you all 4 inscriber presses that are needed to progress inside of AE2. Of course, my inventory is just cluttered with junk. Let's see. And I already have a set of these, but I just want to pick them all up so I can show you guys. Okay. So we've got the inscriber and logic, engineering, silicone, and calculation. You get all 4 of them right away with no hassle, and that is a good thing. Why do I keep doing that? All right, let's just build out of here real quick. So with that, we can now return back to the base, and we should be able to get into AE2 just a little bit more. All right, so let's look at this. We need to place down one of these. Are you kidding me? I didn't even know I haven't slept in that minutes. Goodness gracious. I need to look at that spectrum circlet thing. I apparently have not been sleeping as much as I used to in this game, which is kind of strange, but, you know, they'll die. Anyway, let's place down this, and over time, this will, of course, bud. That's the same way with amethyst and citrine and topaz, at least I'm assuming. This is based off of that amethyst type, right? So I can actually take the ones that were already budding and place them here, and this will actually allow for them to grow. And the thing is each growth cycle, each one of these crystals has a potential of degrading the budding Certus quartz block, right? So it goes from flawed to chipped to damaged to nothing. I think it's the actual Certus quartz block after that point. You can then break the Certus quartz block, and you can take some water. Of course, I have picked one spot that has not got something under it. Alright, so you put some water down, and then you can take a just Certus quartz block. We'll just do this like it's normal, and you can put this inside. So, why are you coming to me? I just disabled you. Why are you back enabled? Alright. So let's put that back in there, that back in there, and over time, this will, as you can see, that just worked, become a damaged one. Okay? So we can toss this back in here, toss this back in here. That's because I'm too close, I think, but that's alright. I did not mean to toss that inscriber press in there, but you can see those particle effects. There we go. So now we've got a chipped one. You can take the chipped one to then become the next tier. There we go. And that is flawed. And that's as high as you can go, right? So, in theory, how to automate this would be, hey, is this a Certus quartz block? If it's a Certus quartz block, break it, replace it, you know, with the flawed variant, and just have a cycle of, you know, machines dropping it into water, dropping a charged Certus quartz over and over and over again, which we will have to do this season. And one of the things I was thinking is I'm wondering if at ComputerCraft, this one, Restitched, we could have something check to say, hey, are you this block? I don't know if we can do that. I'm going to have to look at that. I genuinely don't know a whole lot about this version of ComputerCraft, because this is most likely just a port or even a ground up reimagining kind of thing. I'm not sure. But having that would then say, hey, it is this block, I can break it, and then on that, you can have another turtle that says, hey, I'm going to replace this, and I'm hoping we can do something like that. I don't have any idea. Even if we don't have the computer place it, we should have a block placer from Kybe that is, let's look at Kybe. No, we don't have a block placer. Utils. We should have a block placer of some sort. Yeah. It is just called a placer. Okay. So we have this, which would be able to then just have a filter pulling out only flawed crystal blocks. Okay. I could see this working. And then we could have like an item collector or something. I don't even... Let's see. Hopper. Absorption hopper. No. There's a vacuum hopper from Kybe. There's also an ender hopper from Spectrum. So I'm thinking something like this. The vacuum hopper from Kybe. I would assume this has the ability to be filtered. Let's look at Kybe. Hold on. Do we have like a filter? No. So it might have a built-in filter. Who knows? There's a lot of things that are going to need to go into this. And I'm very, very curious on how we're going to go about a lot of this. Also, we can toss these small ones onto the bottom here. But yeah, that is kind of something we're going to have to get into. And to speed this up, we of course want to get into the... Let's see here. I have to remember what it's actually called. It is the Crystal Growth Accelerator. The Crystal Growth Accelerator accelerates at which this block generates these buds, right? So that's kind of our goal for now. Let's see. So we could get an inscriber... Because our end goal, of course, is getting the ME drive, the ME controller, and ME actual storage cells. So, and to get an ME drive, of course, we do need engineering processors, which require printed calculation circuits, printed silicone. Printed silicone is made by silicone and a silicone logic processor. Had to think of what it was called for a second there. But silicone is made with Certus quartz dust. And to get Certus quartz dust, by the way, all you do is you take one of these ones, and you break them. They won't drop actual Certus quartz unless they're fully grown. Which large is not the final step. So keep that in mind. And that means that we need to get a lot of this to actually get silicone. So let's see. And I don't think there's any other way. Ooh, actually. That is quite interesting, to say the least. Let's actually quickly go craft this. I know this requires orange ink. Let me say that first before we craft this. This does require orange ink, but I'm okay with that if we can just kind of get a jump start. So let's get some basalt. Back to this. Stertine gem, Stertine fragment. Let's grab the paintbrush. And I'm excited to see how we could use this. I was kind of thinking, we don't really need this, but if I can actually get triple from one piece of Certus quartz dust, I'm going to take it. Okay, so we've got the Cinder Hearth. The next thing we need, of course, is orange pigment, which we only have 72. So we might have to be a little sparing on this, but we'll see. So let's run back over here. Okay. So let's just place this down. Man, I have got so much junk. Anyway. Ooh. Oh, you need a structure, don't you? I did not know you needed a structure. Okay. I really need to clear out my inventory. That's all I know. Goodness, goodness. Yeah, I did not know that actually needed a structure to run. I mean, that's not a problem. I can quickly make the structure, but I just need to look at what the structure is. So it looks like 1 center hearth, 23 polished blocks, crest blocks, glass-like blocks, chiseled blocks, buckets of lava. Okay. Let me grab all that, and we'll quickly make the cinder hearth. Okay, so let's quickly build this thing. I've got all the blocks we need, and it looks like I'm going to put this on the ground. That's why it's over here, and I can't rotate it. I don't remember how, or even if you can rotate something like that. But let's quickly get the buckets of lava here. And I think... Okay, I do need to actually mine out this block. And that is supposed to be polished. Okay. There we go. And then I probably could have put this down one more, but I think it's fine at this level. Let's see here. So, polished all around. Okay. So that's yeah, that was already our level. So it looks like we are polished up front, and then crest on the side, or not the crest, the polished. Yeah, it is the crest. Okay, so 2 on the side. So here, 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 and then polished, polished, here and here, with the chiseled. Okay, and then more crest on the back. No, not on the back. Hold on. Which one was this? Okay, so yes, this actually was on the back. All right. And then what was here? Is that just nothing? I mean, if that's nothing, that's okay. 6 of those, and then the Cinder Hearth itself. Perfect. Okay. And then it looks like we actually need to get an ink flask. Yeah, we can't just straight throw ink in here. Let's clear this. So that is the Cinder Hearth. And it looks like if you grab, yeah, the Knowledge Gem and you put it in there, it'll actually obtain the XP from smelting and everything. So let's actually quickly take that. And then I'm going to quickly make up the ink palette. 1 refined 16 and then 4 planks of some sort. So let's grab... I guess we could just quickly do this on camera. I should have everything on top of my character. Not on top of my character, on my character. And let's grab something we have quite a bit of. And it looks like blue is actually our top, right? Besides pink, but that's all right. Okay. So then we also need crystal liquid. Do I have everything for that? This, yellow. I think it was yellow and pink. Yes. This, this, this. Okay. And then this, and then this. Okay, it is crafting. Alrighty. So that got done. That did take 90 seconds, by the way. That was the actual official time. So if we throw this in here, I'm curious to see. So now if we just quickly switch over to orange. Yeah, so this just holds. I wonder if it's like a collective number. I kind of thought that it was going to be like every ink color, but I genuinely have no idea. But orange ink is definitely what we need in here for the Cinder Hearth. Then also, of course, don't forget this can be actually put in your palette slot, which is this one here, apparently. You can just right-click, but it's in your pants. Let's see. So we should be able to put this in here. No? Do I actually need a legitimate ink flask? I mean, if I do, that's not a problem. I was just hoping that this would work and I wouldn't have to redo this, but apparently I do have to. Actually, I have orange ink right here. Okay, let's try that. Alright, so let's quickly grab the Certus Quartz dust that I have. Throw the Knowledge Gem in here. Let's see how much orange ink this actually takes up. Huh. Did that just go back up? No, I mean, it should have, because the orange ink flask is in here. Let's quickly go throw this in here and see how much more we can fill this up. And then we did get 3 silicone, though. So I think that this is a valid way to start getting just silicone in general for now. We probably won't use this permanently, of course, because I don't have like a indefinite supply of pigment. Even if I have this set up here, I would probably need a decent chunk more of all of these botany pots, probably to the ultimate tier, which are, yeah, let's see, botany pot tiers. So I'd probably need to get the Ultra or then the Creative, which honestly, all of them are absolutely insane, but they do give great benefits for each level you go up higher. So maybe we need to kill the Wither soon, but I'm not sure even about that. So with that, we're going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We are going to get full force into AE2 next episode. I really wasn't expecting to actually even look at the Cinder Hearth, even for a Spectrum, because I wasn't really sure that we would even need it. But apparently, it's a good thing to grab, especially if you're trying to get into AE2. So, thank you guys. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!